In a developing story tonight, state agents along with Lafleur County investigators are searching for a motive after they say a man shot and killed his twin sister and her 17-month-old daughter.
31-year-old Grant Wilson was arrested in the Atlanta area after leaving the state. Deputies there say he led them on a high-speed chase. As 5 News reporter Bo Russell reports, deputies found what they believe was the murder weapon.
In March 2026, a quiet home in Poe, Oklahoma became the center of a heartbreaking and deeply disturbing tragedy. Inside that home, authorities discovered 2 victims, 31-year-old Gabrielle Wilson and her 17-month-old daughter, P. Her own twin brother, Grant Wilson. What unfolded was not just a crime story, but a chilling reminder that sometimes the greatest dangers are hidden within families themselves. Early life and background. Public information about Grant Wilson's early life remains limited, as the case is still relatively recent and under investigation. However, what is known is that Grant Wilson and Gabrielle Wilson were twins, meaning they shared a lifelong bond from birth. Twins often grow up with shared environments, similar experiences, deep emotional connections. But in some cases, underlying tensions can exist beneath that bond. According to investigators and family statements, the relationship between Grant and Gabrielle was not always stable. Reports suggest there had been previous arguments, conflicts. These details hint at a strained sibling relationship that may have escalated over time. Family and personal life. Gabrielle Wilson. Gabrielle, often called Gabba by loved ones, was described as outgoing, kind, deeply connected to others. She enjoyed outdoor activities such as fishing, coaching children, spending time with family. Most importantly, she was a mother. Her daughter, just 17 months old, was described as joyful, playful, and full of life. A child who loved dancing, cuddling, and simple moments of happiness. Grant Wilson. Information about Grant's personal life, including relationships, children, or employment, has not been publicly detailed. However, the circumstances of the case suggest possible instability, access to multiple firearms, preparation for movement, bags, supplies found in vehicle. These elements would later become important in understanding what happened after the crime. While investigators have not publicly released a clear motive, several important clues provide insight into what may have led up to the tragedy. Family members reported that the twins had a history of violent disagreements. Tensions may have been ongoing. This suggests the possibility of unresolved conflict, which is often a major factor in domestic violence cases. There is no evidence of forced entry into Gabrielle's home, which indicates that the suspect was known and trusted. Entry was likely voluntary. This detail makes the crime even more tragic. It likely began as a normal interaction between siblings. On March 21, 2026, emergency responders were called to Gabrielle Wilson's home in Poe, OK. Inside, they discovered a horrifying scene. Gabrielle Wilson and her young daughter had both been fatally shot. Investigators later determined the suspect had been at the home briefly. Surveillance footage showed a vehicle arriving and leaving within minutes. That vehicle was traced back to Grant Wilson. The timeline suggests the visit was short and targeted. The violence occurred quickly. There was little time for intervention or escape. Following the killings, Grant Wilson fled the state. Law enforcement quickly began tracking him using surveillance footage, vehicle identification, interagency coordination. Within a day, he was located in Georgia. Authorities attempted a traffic stop, but instead of immediately surrendering, Wilson led deputies on a brief pursuit, was eventually apprehended. Inside his vehicle, officers discovered multiple firearms, ammunition, packed bags, and supplies. These findings raised serious concerns that he may have been preparing to evade capture. Long-term charges and legal situation. Grant Wilson was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. He is expected to be extradited back to Oklahoma to face trial. As of now, no official motive has been publicly confirmed. The case remains under investigation. The human impact. This tragedy left devastation across multiple levels. 1. The family. A mother lost her life. A child lost her future. And a family lost both, at the hands of one of their own. 2. The community. Residents described the crime as shocking, heartbreaking, difficult to comprehend. 3. The broader public. Cases like this challenge assumptions about safety. We often fear strangers, but statistics show many violent crimes happen within families. Understanding the possible factors. While no motive has been confirmed, several common elements seen in similar cases may apply. Red circle: unresolved family conflict. Long-term arguments can escalate into dangerous situations when not addressed. Red circle: emotional instability. Stress, anger, or untreated mental health issues can lead to unpredictable behavior. Red circle: access to weapons. The presence of firearms increases the lethality of conflicts. Red circle: sudden escalation. Domestic incidents can turn violent very quickly, often within minutes. Lessons and prevention. This case offers powerful lessons for viewers, especially regarding family dynamics and safety. 1. Never ignore escalating conflicts. Repeated arguments, especially those involving aggression, are warning signs. Lesson. Encourage mediation, counseling, or distance before conflicts escalate. 2. Take threats and violence seriously. Physical altercations within families are not normal disagreements. Lesson. Any form of violence should be treated as a serious red flag. 3. Limit access during high tension. When tensions rise, avoid private confrontations. Meet in neutral or public spaces. 4. Firearm safety awareness. Access to weapons dramatically increases the risk of fatal outcomes. Lesson. Promote safe storage, legal compliance, and awareness of risks. 5. Community intervention matters. Friends and relatives often notice warning signs first. Lesson. Speak up. Intervene early. Support those at risk. 6. Protecting children. Children are the most vulnerable in domestic conflicts. Lesson. Always prioritize child safety when tensions exist within a household. Final reflection. A tragedy beyond understanding. The story of Grant Wilson is not just about a crime. It is about a broken family bond, a life taken too soon, a child who never had the chance to grow. It forces us to confront an uncomfortable truth. Not all dangers come from strangers. Sometimes, they come from within the very people we trust the most. Wherever you're watching this story from, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, or just in case you are new here, also click the subscribe button. If you care about accountability, subscribe to True Crime Echoes channel. This story is about a family killing their own. It's heartbreaking, and whatever Grant Wilson is thinking about have already ended 2 precious lives within minutes. Do you think Grant was in his right senses to end 2 lives, or was he manipulated in committing such a deliberate act? Please don't forget to share this story if it makes you think twice. Thanks for watching. Turn on the notifications. Stay safe and stay vigilant.